friendship could be. My little pony. Until you all shared its magic with me. Big adventure, tons of fun. A beautiful heart, faithful and strong. Sharing kindness, it's an easy feat. And magic makes it all complete. You have mine. Did you know you're all my very best friends?
I made it for you, Rarity.
Spike's two favorite things are ice cream and Rarity, preferably together.
Rocky Road Garage.
Anyway, he's woken up by Twilight's hooves as she paces back and forth.
Frankly, I don't know how you can sleep at a time like this.
3 a.m.?
It's a wonder Spike gets any sleep, really.
Here, now do you see what's wrong?
We forgot to celebrate Arbor Day.
Arbor Day is a thing in Equestria? Anyway, Twilight is freaking out because she doesn't have the time to plan out next month's schedule, though she probably could have had it done by now if she wasn't wasting time pacing around.
My whole year could be thrown off.
And I woke up from an ice cream dream for this.
Ice cream takes precedence over Rarity. Interesting. So apparently Twilight has pulled an all-nighter trying to get caught up on something. But then... a Terminator reference. Also, another Twilight who appears to be from some dystopian future shows up.
Twilight, you've got to listen to me. Who are you? I mean, you're me. It's not scientifically possible. You are not scientifically possible.
She's weirdly calm about this.
Is there some sort of epic pony war in the distant future or something? Actually, I'm from next Tuesday morning. But that's not important right now.
Of course, Twilight has a million questions, but it turns out that future Twilight has limited time and...
whatever you do,
didn't get to finish her message.
Oh no! What was she trying to warn me about?
So naturally, Twilight fears the worst and decides to tell everyone in Ponyville something. Right after running into some party supplies.
We have a crisis on our hooves! I've just been visited by myself from the future.
I love that one of the ponies laughing is Dr. Hooves. Think about it. Yeah, she doesn't even know what the danger is going to be.
We don't know what it is! We'll just have to work together to make sure we're safe.
So her solution is to disaster-proof everything in Equestria. Literally. Like every little thing.
And my team gave the all clear from Philadelphia to Las Pegasus.
And there's a first mention of Las Pegasus.
I just have this nagging feeling we should be looking for something bigger than loose bolts and leaky pipes.
So cue the appearance of a Cerberus.
What is that thing?
That's Cerberus. He's supposed to be guarding the gates of Tartarus.
I never heard Tartarus pronounced that way before. Sounds like she's talking about steak.
Well, creatures that have been imprisoned there can escape and destroy Equestria.
Destroy Equestria?
Yeah! Isn't it great?
There goes Twilight being happy about disaster again.
Hey, Cerberus!
I love how he was totally about to pee on that house. It's a good thing Twilight stopped him. Can you imagine being the one to clean that up? Don't bother, Fluttershy's got this.
Pinky! Yes, Twilight?
Good thing Pinkie Pie has balls stashed all over Equestria.
In case of ball emergency.
I wonder how often that comes in handy. This is probably the best version of Cerberus ever. Easily the cutest.
Once he's back at home, there'll be no disaster.
So that had to have been the disaster, right? Everything's fine now, right? But Twilight finds that she has the scar on her cheek that future Twilight had, so she hasn't changed the timeline after all.
The disaster is still coming!
So Twilight has done everything she can think of, so now she figures that the answer is that she should literally do nothing.
If I stand right here and don't move a muscle until next Tuesday, I can't possibly do whatever it is that future Twilight wanted to warn me not to do!
Yeah, that's practical.
No matter what happens, you're not gonna move a muscle, huh?
Also, Spike is going to take full advantage of this opportunity.
Spike, stop! Think of the stomachache!
That's future Spike's problem.
Sounds like something an alcoholic would say. Meanwhile, Dash walks in to find this interesting sight.
What's going on? She's not gonna move till next Tuesday. She thinks it'll prevent the disaster from happening.
Now they're both messing with her. Poor Twilight. Rainbow Dash's expression here looks creepy for some reason. And now Twilight's had enough, so she pushes Spike away a little too hard.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. It was a total accident.
Which results in her mane getting messed up in the same way as future Twilight.
Oh, I wish there was a way to know what was going to happen so I could stop it.
Apparently Pinkie Pie is a fortune teller.
You will get a really cool birthday present next year.
I guess she is actively trying to channel her Pinkie sense.
Oh, my fortune Fortune telling has nothing to do with my pinky sense, silly.
Or not.
Where did that even come from?
I blame Derby.
Off by 0.02 from yesterday.
And now Twilight is back to obsessing over every little detail about everything. That's healthy. Speaking of unhealthy,
Sorry, future Spike.
Spike is definitely an addict.
So I only had one other choice. Monitor everything.
Makes sense to me.
This is like an official sequel to Lesson 0, Twilight's Obsessive Breakdown Part 2.
I thought I saw something last night in the Horsehead Nebula, but after staring at it for 3 straight hours, I realized I was wrong.
Then Twilight accidentally looks into the sun with a telescope, resulting in an eye patch.
Another sign.
So it turns out that she's lost track of time and tomorrow is Tuesday, so her plan is now to...
Stop time.
Sure, why not? So Twilight, Pinkie Pie, and Spike go to Canterlot.
Aren't we wearing them for fun?
No, there's nothing fun about this.
Oh, are you sure?
So they can sneak into the Canterlot library.
Awesome! That sounds fun!
No, it's not fun.
Aww.
Specifically the Star Swirl the Bearded Wing, because that's where all the time spells are kept. Now Twilight's bodysuit is torn and the transformation into solid sparkle is complete. They eventually come to the Star Swirl the Bearded Wing, but uh-oh, here comes a guard.
What do we do? What do we do?
Hey, Twilight. I haven't seen you in a while. Let me open that for you.
Yeah. But Twilight isn't able to find the spell before Tuesday morning.
Good morning, Twilight. Love the new hairstyle. Well, happy Tuesday.
Best Princess Celestia cameo. But yeah, everything seems okay.
I look ridiculous.
So Twilight has learned her lesson and has decided not to worry so much about the future. Meanwhile, Pinkie Pie has found a spell where the user can go back in time for a little while and it can only be used once. So Twilight decides to use it to let her past self know that there's nothing to worry about. I think we all know where this is going.
How can there be 2 me's? It's not scientifically possible. You are not scientifically possible. I have something extremely important to tell you about the future. Whatever you do, don't waste your time worrying.
Aw, don't worry about it. It's past Twilight's problem now.
Speaking of past selves...
I thought the stomachache would be future Spike's problem. But now I am future Spike.
Well, at least he didn't need an intervention.
Come on, future Spike. Let's get you home.
And so ends It's About Time. This is one of those episodes that's a really solid one, no pun intended, and it's fun and a good lesson is learned. I don't know if I can really think of much to say about it, to be honest, since it's so straightforward. One point of interest is that future Twilight's look is obviously a nod to Metal Gear. I do love how she looks like she came from some dangerous dystopian future, then we gradually find out that it's only because of a bunch of minor little accidents that are mainly cosmetic. Another is that we got yet another monster from Greek mythology, this time Cerberus. I love how they modeled him after a bulldog so he'd be cute. Cerberus usually looks more like a German Shepherd or Doberman, one of those breeds who tend to be guard dogs and are big and scary. I think if Cerberus looked like this in Clash of the Titans, Perseus would have had a hard time killing him. Also, Twilight mentions that Cerberus guards the gates to Tartarus, so the Greek version of Hell is canon on this show. That's interesting. I guess that's about all I have to say about this one. It does have some unique touches like solid sparkle and the cute Cerberus, but it's really just another Twilight freaking out episode, which is not a bad thing. Twilight freaking out is always hilarious. I just feel like it doesn't leave me with a whole lot to talk about here. Next up is Dragon Quest. See you then.
Here. Can you help me recalibrate the apertures on the 9 1/4 catadioptric telescopes?
Sure!
Pinkie, did you finish recalibrating the apertures on the 9 1/4 inch catadioptric telescopes?
I have no idea.